Hello, hello, good evening. It is Nemi Batstone here with Nemi's Crafty Cafe in my craft space in Cooks Creek, Manitoba, 20 minutes northeast of Winnipeg. And it looks like I'm still a tad late. Never seems to amaze me. Oh, 3 minutes. I am 3 minutes late. I apologize. I was late because I had to make sure my son was done his jazz band practicing, and then I had to also make sure it's properly set up. Having a couple difficulties since I rearranged my room, but things are getting better. So if you are here, say hello, or send an emoji or like. And if you're catching the replay, just feel free to say replay. I know I didn't give much notice, but I am really trying hard to try and get back to weekly Wednesdays where I offer a free card class. And if you place an order, a minimum order of $45 or more, or minimum $45 between now and next Wednesday, then you get my card class that I'm creating tonight for free. And the stamp set we're using tonight is Comforting Thoughts, which is part of my Cancer Sucks fundraiser, which is 2 weeks from now. So you have until this Friday to register, and you can register with the link up top. And you'll get 6 cards, and $20 of every registration is going to Cancer Care Manitoba. So I'm at $240 already, so it's a good start. And happy with giving anything at this point. And then the rest of it goes towards shipping you your kits, and then whatever is left over gets also donated. So everything is pretty much covered or donated, and I thank you for offering and joining our card class via Zoom. So if you'd like to, just register up top. So I'm going to make sure I am live here because it looks a little off, and I just want to make sure we are good. And that, you know, I'm also on the same page. Okay, we are good. So that's good there. Okay, and then I can see notes or comments if anybody would like to comment and is joining me this evening. Fantastic. Okay, so tonight we're going to create 3 cards. So I just wanted to point out that on Monday we did a set of cards featuring the same stamp set, Comforting Thoughts, and these were the 2. And then I posted today to see who liked what. So I went through and pulled everybody's names from the 2 posts, from the video post, and then as well as who voted for this or that. And this card won. So everybody had more of a hit with this versus this one here. Probably because this one's a little bit busy. So the winner from the draw was Colleen Dow. So I will be sending you, Colleen, this card in the mail. I believe I have your mailing address. I should have it from previous Creative Escapes. And so I will look it up. And if I don't, I will definitely message you. But I believe this one is yours. Now, okay. So congratulations on that and for winning my free card on Mystery Monday, which was our global design project. Okay, let's get started. I need to make sure I have a plug and I have adhesive. So we're gonna play with a different set of designer series paper, but we're gonna use the same stamp set. So for those of you who have registered for my Cancer Sucks fundraiser, you've just now gained 4 additional cards. So by the time we're done the fundraiser and I've delivered your 6 card kits, you will have 10 card designs ready to roll to use with the stamp set. So that to me is pretty exciting. I'm just going to move my table over a bit to make sure I'm in line. Excellent. I just have to make sure I'm a little higher up as well. So we'll just push out a bit. Still trying to figure out positioning in my room. So, and I haven't gotten a new table yet, so I kind of know already what I want, but I just got to make sure it works. Okay, so we're playing with Splendid Autumn today. The cards that are going out for the Cancer Suck fundraiser is using 2 to 3 different designer series paper. So we're using Nest of Winter, a little bit of Latte Love, not that one. And then I had a third one. Where is it? Oh yeah, there's my Nest of Winter. So there's gonna be required a little bit of fussy cutting, which I told you already. And also in the registration, it says you have to be able to fussy cut. So we'll be fussy cutting that one, and then we'll be fussy cutting that, and you'll also have to fussy cut those. Unless you have the die sets, then by all means go ahead. But I don't, so I just did the fussy cutting. Then I will punch out all your stuff for you, and you'll get all the dies. So then all you need is the stamps. So that's that. But today, the other three will not require Splendid Autumn 6x6, and we'll be using a different paper, or designer series paper, but I want to use this one for today. And you can see here there is so many colors that coordinates. So this is a 6x6 pack, and it also has 12 different designer series paper, and has like 12 colors that coordinates with it. Isn't that crazy? Fantastic is what I say. So I really appreciate all the color patterns. So it was really difficult to actually pick what I was going to use for my designs, and what colors and patterns to actually use. But I think I got it. So, which is a good thing. And I'm just going to make sure that I can see everything here because my screen just flickered. So just give me a second. I just want to make sure I'm good. I should be, but just in case, I'm just going to do a quick volume check. Don't worry, I'm still here. Yeah, there's a slight delay. Quite, yeah. So it's about a 2 second delay. Okay, just so I know roughly where I'm at and what's happening. So if you are there, say hello. And then I also know the sounds really work. Okay, so I've picked three different designer series paper from here, and this is going to be card number one. So we'll move these out of the way. And I chose which colors are these? Oh, I guess I could go a little darker. I should choose Azure Afternoon and Freshesia. So let me get the darker one. I think I picked the retired color instead. Make sure I got the right color tone here. I thought it was a little darker, but I wasn't 100% sure. So Azure is this one. There we go. So this one must be what? Tahitian Tide, maybe? I don't know. What color is that one, folks? So if you know, by all means, do share. Okay, move that out of the way. Oh, I left some tissues here. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out where everything is because I rearranged. But it's kind of funny. Okay, so just to give you a heads up, this is just your standard card, 8.5 by 5.5. I know some of you would like to know the dimensions. And this is just your standard 5.25 by 4. And then obviously this is a 1/4 inch smaller, which is 5 by 3 3/4. So the first thing we're obviously going to do or need to do is score our card base. So we're starting with the easy one first because it's so simple, and then we'll build our way up to a little more fun or technique or advanced. So anybody can make these. They're super simple. And the nice thing is you can use these designs with anything you have in your collection of craft, sentiments, and supplies already. So normally I do a tent, but I had extra, so I wanted to get those done. So this is just going to go on here. And I have to flip it because it's slightly off. And then we're going to go here, and then we're just going to glue this down. Super simple and easy card. And what I like about it is it's it doesn't need much because the pattern is already there. So you don't have to add a lot. You don't have to add a lot of bling. Well, I mean, we're going to put a little bit of bling anyway, but it's really not necessary because there's so much. So I kept it very simple for this. And then all we need is a saying that can pretty much go there. So, we can pick anything we want. So I'm going to pick something um, a little bit bigger. So I'm going to use Wishing You Comfort, and then we'll use I Wish I Could Make This Better because the font kind of goes together and it seems like to match it seems like it matches a little better. So I'm just going to take black because it's the darker color, and all we're going to do is stamp right there. Now, you want to step this up. You can add another layer um, by, doing a circle or some vellum, whichever you may like. But honestly, it's there. And this is the simplest a simple can get for making cards. And really, it's super pretty. So I'm just going to take that off so that I make sure I am. Now, I'm going to go sideways because I can't put my head into the camera and I don't want to go crooked. So for me, when I'm on here, I always like to go sideways so I can see. Now we're going to have to be precise because this is not something you can just flip because we'll lose all that beautiful pattern. So we're going to make sure. Now I'm on my glass mat. So this is a polymer stamp. So you need to make sure that you have either a mat underneath. I see some foaming going on there. So I'm just going to do it again. It could be just my black ink. I can't remember if I replenished it. So let me just grab some scrap and we'll just make sure the stamp is inked up good enough. So I do a quick test here. Yeah, see, I got a little bit on that F that's not really registering, but we're pretty good. So I want to make sure that we're good all around. Okay, let's ink her up. Now you just put it anywhere you want on there. So I'm just going to give it a second or two. 1, 2, and straight up. And there you go. Wishing you comfort. Like, how simple and beautiful is that? Because it really is a simple. The picture does it all. And I love the fact that it shows autumn and as well as, kind of that nature and journey with the little path going through, or I should say river going through. So, that's what it kind of reminds me of when you're trying to give somebody or offer somebody some sympathy. I got this edging here and I'm gonna have to clean up. I don't like it. Okay, so I just changed my blade, so could have been because of that. So we're just gonna add that on there. Like I said, nothing really fancy here because the designer series paper really does it all for us. And then I'll just add some dimensionals to give it some lift. Oops, wrong size. These are the minis, and we want the big ones. Because I feel like it's too flat, so I gotta pop it. That's just me. Okay, and then we'll put that there. I always like to put 1 or 2 in the middle so that when it goes in the mail, it doesn't get too flat. You don't have that valley in your card, and it doesn't bend down per se. Okay, so we're gonna just pile that on because I was trying to pull that fresh freesia that's, slightly hidden in there inside here and here, and then pull in that blue for the sky kind of thing. Now let's make sure we're straight. I didn't think we were straight. I was like, oh, that doesn't look very good. So let's pull that off and make sure we're straight here because I could tell we were not. Oh, even this corner is off. Wow, I suck. Best demonstrator ever. Uh-oh. Okay, so we got a little bit of glueness being missed. So don't waste it. Don't think you have to throw that out. Just add more glue. And that, trust me, it'll hold. Bing, 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 bing. Just for fun. Okay. Uh-oh. Forgot that one was there. Okay, so let's line that up a little straighter. Because that was like way off. Okay, there we go. And then we need a white piece for the inside. Do I have any here? Any scraps sitting here before I reach into the pile?
Nope, I do not. So I forgot to cut a piece of white, but that's okay. We got plenty. Okay, so we need a 5 1/4. Let's make sure this is 5 1/4. I think it is. Yeah. Okay, by 4. Then the other piece can be cut across. Oh, we need a 1/2 inch, so maybe we'll keep that close by just in case. Okay, so then we're gonna grab our black again, and we're going to put. I wish I could make this better. I'm telling you, these are things I would love to say out loud, and I probably would have. So this is what really attracted me to this stamp set, because it's all the things that I would probably say, or I will say. It's not like I would probably. I know I would say. So that's what I love about this set. I know Stampin' Up has done a lot of awareness or healing and stuff like that, stamp sets, but I've never really. What's up with this ink pad? Or it's probably my stamps. There's too much build up like from the manufacturer on it, so it probably needs a bit more cleanup. Okay, let's see. Gotta make sure that that's straight. Okay, if it doesn't work, then we have the flip side. Okay, yeah, see, that didn't work very nice. So let's try that again. I'm just gonna clean it, unless it is my ink pad, but doubt it. Usually it's the stamp. Just gonna clean that. And then I like to rub it on my hand, just like this, to get any of that residue that may have been built up on there from the inking, like from the manufacturing of it. Sorry, there's some black ink in there. So just get some of that off, and then we should be okay, or better. Yep, much better. There's just too much. Even though I've used it before, there was just too much residue built up on there. Okay, it happens. It's normal. So it's especially with the polymer stamps. There we go. Way, way better. That's beauty. Now, if you do find that this is too plain because you're like, oh my gosh, it's just not something I would do. It needs ribbon or it needs blah blah blah. You could definitely add some dimensionals to that and give it a little bit of a lift if you'd like. But I don't think it needs it. But if you have a bunch lying around, by all means, add the bling. Add the bling. You can never go wrong with bling. I just feel it's not necessary. But let's see. I did pull out a couple packs just in case I changed my mind. And I stuck some here beside me. Ah, there it is. So I did pull out a couple packs just in case. I mean, this one has fresh freezer in it. So if you wanted to, because you feel like it's a little blah, you could just take your pick tool and add a couple in there if you like. So we'll do a big one. See, I honestly just don't feel it's necessary because it's so pretty the way it is. Like, really, where would you put the next one, right? Or, and these are pretty bumpy bumpity bumps, which makes it a little more difficult when you're not there either. I don't like it up there either. Let's pull that sky in. So again, I still don't like that there. It's just blah. It's gotta go somewhere else. Maybe it's these two. Oi, that was that in there. Okay, so you can add some bling if you wish or you feel you need to, but honestly, I don't think it's necessary. So that's card number 1. Wow, simple. Okay, so we have another quick and easy one. Creativity our way, of course. Where did I put it? Oh, I just shuffled everything because I was trying to find stuff. Okay, so this is card number 2, and we have 3. So I always like to try and do at least 3. So then that way it's in your kit. So these ones I've trimmed down a bit, and we're gonna need this little strip. And this is one of the patterns in there as well. Love it. And it's got the green on the back. So I went with garden green. And then I went with crushed curry because I was going to actually go with wild wheat. But there's a little bit of splashes of crushed curry and garden green in there. So that's what I wanted to pull out. I could have did pumpkin pie as well, but I think that goes okay with the green. So this piece here is just your standard 4x3, and then you just go a quarter bigger. And then, of course, it's just your standard. And I ran it through the embossing folder, the brick 3D embossing folder. So that's what I did. So again, we need to just score this at 4 1/4, as usual, which is in half, right? And then we're just gonna line that up, burnish our ends. Whoops, sorry. And again, I didn't do a lot of, I just felt it wasn't really necessary. I'm gonna flip that. So this will just go here, like so. You can, but I don't know, I just felt it wasn't necessary. So I would probably, you could go with any of, well, what I should do, you know what, maybe I will, because there is that new twine. So maybe we'll pull that out. Okay, so we have our base here. Now, what did I do? Did I clean that stuff up from Monday? Usually I try and clean up on Monday for after Monday's live, but well, that doesn't always happen, especially when I have a busy. And this week is busy, super busy, especially since we leave for the States. Okay, so there's that other beautiful pattern, and it was like very painful to put that. So we're going designer series paper on designer series paper. And we're going to just glue these two together. Just something different. So if you don't have, because these have such a great solid pattern background on each of uh, the designer series paper, you don't need to necessarily use your cardstock. And if you don't have the right cardstock, then just use the back of the designer series paper. And that is what we're doing here. So there's this gorgeous green, so we can use that and just put that around. So I also don't like to waste my oh, what do you call it? Waste my ribbons or twine. And so I usually just like to cheat, and because this is 4 inches, so if I'm gonna wrap it around twice, that's 8 inches. That's almost a whole foot of ribbon wasted that nobody sees. And you only need about 9 inches to do 8 to 9 inches to do a bow, depending how big you want that bow. So why waste? That's like a bow. Okay, so we just used the adhesive, and we're going like this, and we're gonna go like that, and then we're gonna trim it. So now I'm not wasting where no one can see. And then we're gonna put there, then we're gonna go again, and then we're just gonna tie that up to the back. And then we're done. So that's our other half. There we go. And then now all we need is our sentiment. So I'm going to put our sentiment on there, and I'm going to leave that facing out because we put glue. Put you away for a sec. And I think I'm going to go with garden green. And we're going to do the healing peace rest is what I chose. All right. And then for the inside, we can do any one of these. I'm here for you. We're here for you. I'm so sorry. You can do this. You're not alone. So Any one of those will really work. So I'm not too sure if this is a card that's going to go to somebody from all of us, or if I'm going to send this personally. So I'm going to do healing, peace, rest. I think I'm going to do the you can do this, just to give that words of encouragement. Okay, so we got healing, peace, rest, and then we're going to grab this up. These these need some cleaning. I'm going to make sure it's straight, and I'm going to use my mat. So the beauty of polymer stamps is you just got to let them rest, and they will go into shape. But the other great thing is if you want to curve it, you can curve it. So that's kind of nice. You can shape it a bit. Okay, so we're just going to take our ink, tap, 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 and then I'm going to stick it right on the edge here. Go straight down, and hopefully I'm straight. Hey, pretty good. Yep, not bad. Okay, so that's that. And then that is going to go here, right on the front. Okay, and we're going to put that here, right in between, or even right under, we can do. So we'll tie a bow over there somewhere to get that going. So, oh, it's the other side. Okay, so let's get this down now that we have what we want. I have my dimensionals here. What did I do with them? I know I didn't put them back. That would be too smart. Okay, we'll just use black because it's on dark until I figure out here where I stuck them. They didn't drop on the floor, so that's a bonus. It's usually where all my stuff ends up. Or I used to have my garbage can here to the left, and so I would pile everything here, and then it would fall into the garbage can. And I'm like, where's my stuff? Oh, there it is, in the garbage can. I'm like, great spot for it. And you're like, oh, because I'm like, I know it's here somewhere because I just used it. So the question is, where are my dimensionals? So I might have stuck them here on my cart beside me, but I don't. Oh, maybe underneath here. No, no. There's really not that much room here. That's okay. I'll just pull out another pack because you can never have too much. It's like gold. Dimensionals are like gold. For us creators, for us card makers and scrapbookers, that is definitely what we need. Okay, then we're gonna pinch this. La la la. Make a nice little bow over here. So the other nice thing about doing a bow this way is you can move it up and down however you like and slide it around without having to retie it. So that's the other beauty. So we save 6 inches and then we create that nice option to be able to move it around. So we could slide it up and down where we want it. Or maybe you're like, oh, wrong side. I want to put it on the other side. Well, now you can. And it's a little loose. So let me just see if I can pull this off and tighten it a bit on both sides. Oops. Okay, that's better, I think. Just give me a second here. Maybe I should have put more tape on it. Sometimes that happens, but most of the time, one is good enough. Okay. And then this is just going to sit there. So we're just going to cut this at an angle, like so. Then we'll use some minis and put that right on top. So this little strip is actually not a half inch. It's an eighth inch smaller. It's 3/8. Because when I measured the height of the letters and words, it was just a half inch was just too much. So we're going to put that there, spread that so it can go inside, and then we have our bow here. Oh, bless you, Bishop. If you guys heard my son sneezing, guess he's in the living room. I had no idea. Oh, he's running for tissue. Okay, so there we go. We have our pinched and then our 2. So that is card number 2. Like it. So now we've added a little bit of bling by adding some ribbon in there. Hope you like that one as well. So that's 2 cards. And I gotta clean up because I will lose my stuff. We've already lost dimensionals, so now we have to find them somewhere. Okay, so let's add this to the garbage pile. And last but not least is our 3rd card, which is a bit of a fun fold. Just to twist it up a bit. Let me see here. And I didn't cut all the pieces because I wanted to show you my little trick on how I make it work. So let me just get rid of these while we can, because I will knock them over or something and get all that extra ink that may or may not be on there on my card. Okay, and we'll put our tear tape back and add these back to the pile. I love how Stampin' Up! Has finally, I used to photocopy the front and then stick it on the inside, and finally they started printing on here where all of it goes, so I don't have to do that anymore. All those years of copying and sticking the front inside so I knew exactly where all my stamps go. But better yet, I knew if one was missing. That's the most important part of all. Okay, so this one. So again, we need another 3x4 on this one because this is, so this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then we've got our standard, again, basic white at 5 1/4 by 4. And then again, I use the same embossing folder, the bricks one. And then we have a longer strip, 4 1/4 by 11 for our base. So let's do those 2 pieces. So for this one here, what we're going to do is we're going to score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. 2 3/4 is pretty much half, right? So half of 5 1/2, because we're going to do a fun fold. So we're going to do a zigzag fold, put it that way. So then we still need our 5 1/2 so we know where our center is. So now we've got our zigzag fold. And then this one, we need to get to 3 by 4. Now, I want to be able to stamp in here again, right? So that is what's critical. So that's going to be the top of our card. So you're going to try and decide, well, how much of that do I really want and how much of it do I want to cut off? So I'm going to go about there because then I still have a 1 1/2 inch strip that I can play with. Okay, so I need 4 by 3. So that is, it should be 4 inches wide. Yeah, so I'm 4 inches and I only need 3 inches. So we're going to go right about there. Now, if you're not happy with that, by all means, just cut off more. But what I really want to get here are these gorgeous trees. I do want a little bit of this. Like I kind of wanted that, but I didn't want to go any bigger. So, because I want to use as much of this as I can for other things. So I still have this gorgeous river strip, which I think will be beautiful on another creation. Okay. Oh boy, I'm tired. Okay, and I just yawned. My apologies. So again, that is going right on there. So I chose cherry cobbler, which is not one of the colors. I tried to use pumpkin pie and Cajun craze to get in between there and pull them up. But it just didn't, it wasn't deep enough. So I went with cherry cobbler, and I think that was the right choice. So just because the colors tell you that, sometimes there's different shades where it doesn't even tell you it's black, it's night of navy, and you look and you're like, nope, black pops it out even more. So we're going to add that on there. Okay. And then we're going to do our fun fold. So again, this is a zigzag, your standard zigzag fold, right? And then we did the half, so that's going to come up this way, right? And then this goes here, like so. So we don't, it's very, I really wanted these colors to pop, so that's why I used the white. So we don't want any glue on this side, because if we do that, then we're not going to be able to open the card. We only want it on this side. So I'm going to flip it over, line it up where I think I know I want it, and this way I know exactly where to put my adhesive. And remember, none on that side. So we're going to hold that down for a sec, make sure we're lined up, and I cannot go past this line, because if I do, then I'm going past my fold, which then means, guess what? The card is just not gonna open up. Okay. And then we'll just flip it. Make sure I'm even on all three sides. And if I did that correctly, it will mean that I don't have any adhesive on this side. And we can check. Yep, we're good. So if you want to bling it up even more, take it a step further. You can put a little pocket here, or even this way, so you can put a gift card, because it works. Or you can just stick a couple mini glue dots and stick that down as part of it. Okay, so then instead of using ribbon, I'm going to use this. I just realized I forgot to stamp. So I shouldn't have put that down until, Now I'm going to use this. I don't have all the right words to say. And then on the inside, I'm going to put, but I do have lots of love to give. Okay, so we're going to grab that one. Again, these are things I would probably want to say, but don't really know how to say. So it works really good. And again, this is why I wanted that light spot, because I wanted to be able to put that there without doing anything extremely extra. So this is being creative and simple, which is what I love. When you have paper like this that just has so much going on, you don't want to add a lot more to it. Okay, so we're going right in here and a little bit to the corner. And then we're going to go like that. There you go. I don't have all the right words to say. And then we're going to, oops, I still need this. Still need this. And then we're going to grab a smaller block and you say, I do have lots of love to give. Because I really do. I really do. Okay, so we're going to stamp the inside of this. Make sure our stamp is the right way, because it was not. And you could put this anywhere you want, right? Like, it doesn't have to be centered. It's so small. And I think, but I will. Let's see here. Where is my middle? Maybe there. Okay, so there we go. So we have the front, and then on the inside, I do have lots of love to give. Okay. So we'll add our little strip, which is going to go right across here. So this is a great way to add a little bit of, lift to the card without adding all that. If you don't have any ribbon, right? You're just starting out, you're a beginner. So, we do have that starter kit special. I only blasted it all over my front page of, because it's such an amazing deal. I don't think people really understand it. You're frugal like me, you want those discounts. And if you have FOMO, that's another reason. Okay, because I have FOMO. I always want to know what's happening and what's in the know. What's going on? Okay, and again, I'm just going to use up the black so I can get rid of it. And where is it? Oh, there's not much left. Awesome. So where did I put my white? Oh, let me grab another one. So I'm just going to throw that there, and one up there. And I'm looking for the garbage can to my left again, and it's not there. And I still don't know where I put those. Okay, stuck in the pack here. Grab some more. Okay, garbage can is on the right side now. Okay, have to remember that. And then we'll take off these two. And then this will go here. So if you want to add bling, by all means, add the bling. I don't think it needs it. I just like the simplicity of it. And guess what? There you go. So you got your zigzag fold, which holds up really nice. And then you open the inside and it says, I do have lots of love to give. So I tell you, I love this set. So if you like it as much as I do, and I've sold you on it, the set is very reasonably priced. I believe it's a $28 set. So after shipping and taxes, it's like 35 or something, but it's in my registration. And again, if you want to get it along with an extra, 10, $20, then you'll get all three. You're going to get all the pieces. Oh, there they are. Found my dimensionals. You're going to get all the pieces to create these three cards. And then you can use whichever one you want for any of the bling. So you'll get all that plus that and this. So for just placing a minimum $45 order. Now you can also order this and pay, and sign up for my Cancer Sucks fundraiser. See, Cancer Sucks. And get the stamp set plus the cards and then the $20 donation. And we will create those as well. So why not, right? So that is an option. So thank you. I hope these three cards, simple designs, inspire you when you have designer series paper that really just speaks its own and stands out on its own and doesn't need a lot of bling and, doesn't need anything really and really sells itself on its own. So thank you again. This is a little crooked. I can see it. I'm just going to fix it. Thank you again for joining me. And I am traveling next week, so I'm going to try my best to either share an old video or share one with you. But we are getting super close to Christmas, and I would really like to do my 12 days or 12 weeks of Christmas with you. So I'm going to check my calendar and see if that'll kick off, and then I will try and do some recordings because I am going to be away. So thank you again for joining me. I hope those three designs plus last week's or Monday's design, which then gives you 4 plus the Cancer Sucks fundraiser, which means you get 10 cards out of 10 projects I've shared with you by using comforting thoughts. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend and happy stamping.